श्रीमान अशोक राव शंकर राव चौहान जी, नॉट प्रेजेंट। श्रीमान संजय सिंह जी।
धन्यवाद महोदय, आपने मुझे स्पेशल मेंशन में देश के सर्वेयर्स की, इंश्योरेंस सर्वेयर्स का मुद्दा उठाने का मौका दिया। सर, I seek to draw attention of the government to certain provisions in the exposure draft of the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, Third Amendment, Regulation 2026, Section 64 UM of the Insurance Act 1938 expressly requires that no person shall act as a surveyor or loss assessor unless he or she is a inter alia a member of the Indian Institute of Insurance Surveyors and Loss Assessors, the statutory professional body recognized by the Parliament. The draft regulations, however, propose that the authority may grant registration even without IISLA membership and deem such registration to satisfy Section 64 UM. They also retain provisions empowering the authority to decide appeals against IISLA membership decisions. These provisions raise an important legal issue as to whether delegated legislation under Section 114A can override or dilute a statutory requirement enacted by Parliament. The regulation making power appears confined to prescribing qualifications, code of conduct, and related matters, not modifying the mandatory requirement of IISLA membership. Surveyors play a vital role in determining insurance claims affecting millions of policy holders. Diluting statutory safeguards may adversely affect professional accountability and consumer protection. I therefore urge the government to examine the legality of those proposed provisions and ensure that the final regulations remain fully consistent with the Insurance Act 1938 and the intent of Parliament. Thank you very much.
Sri Y.B. Subba Reddy.
Sir, this is concern over distress faced by the tobacco farmers in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Sir. The price crash in tobacco has pushed thousands of farmers in Andhra Pradesh into financial distress. Sir. As one of India's tobacco growing state, fastest growing tobacco states in Andhra Pradesh has many farmers dependent on tobacco cultivation. Sir. Tobacco has, that fetched 460 rupees per kg last season, now selling at just below 260 rupees. Sir. A decline of almost 200 per kg. After 100 auction days in 25-26 season, the highest price has not been even to 250 rupees per kg. Sir. Companies gave procurement index for 142 million kgs against production of 232 million kgs, sir, resulting in slower procurement and prices. The auction price declined from 237 per kg on 25th May to 227 per kg 15th June 2026. Sir. Nearly 40% of the tobacco bales are being rejected with rejection rates in southern black soil centers ranging from 28 to 38%. Sir. Each rejected bale costs farmers 2,000 rupees per transportation. While the government earns nearly 1 lakh crore from tobacco revenues, the farmers who cultivate crops are not getting fair returns. Sir. I argue the government to review auction practices and ensure procurement commitments are aligned with the production estimates, prevent arbitrary rejection of quality grades, ensure remunerative prices, and provide market intervention. With this, I'll conclude, sir. Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद. श्री C. Sadanandan Master. श्री C. Sadanandan Master.
Sir.
Dr. M. Dhanpal. हाँ बोले. अच्छा आप उधर से वहां चले गए. ठीक.
Honorable Chairman, sir, I seek to draw the attention of the government to the tragic death of Miss Savaria Basant, a young MBBS student from Haripad, Kerala, who was studying at Bukhara State Medical Institute, Uzbekistan. On 7th of last month, sir, she left India with the dream of becoming a doctor. Tragically, she returned home in a coffin. According to reports, she was allegedly murdered by her classmate, who has been arrested by Uzbek authorities. The victim's family has alleged that she was repeatedly pressured to convert her religion before the incident. These allegations deserve a comprehensive, impartial, and time-bound investigation. I believe this may not be an isolated event. I urge the government to investigate whether the educational consultancy or recruiting agency that facilitated her admission to Uzbekistan had any role or links, if any, with any organized network. If any conspiracy involving coercion, exploitation, or unlawful religious conversion is established, those responsible must be brought to justice. Similar allegations have been raised in several cases from Kerala, sir, over the years. Such allegations deserve a fair and evidence-based investigation. This is not merely a death of a young woman, sir. It reminds us that the safety, dignity, and freedom of every girl and woman must be protected. There should never be another Savaria from Kerala or from any other part of India. As our civilization teaches through Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, the whole world is one family, and every citizen has the constitutional right to practice and profess a religion of their choice. Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद. श्री डॉक्टर एम धनपाल.
Honorable Vice Chairman, sir, I rise to draw the attention of this August House concerning over the elected representatives abandoning the political party. Sir, people elect representatives based on the ideology, policies, and programs of a political party. However, instances have occurred where persons elected on the ticket of a party, after taking oath, resign, leave the party, join another political party, and seek to contest elections on the ticket of the new party during the same term. Such practices weaken the faith of voters in the electoral system. Persons who secure the mandate of the people on the ticket of one party and subsequently join another party should not be permitted to contest elections from the new party during the remaining term of the original mandate. This would prevent unnecessary expenditure from the public's exchequer and avoid confusion among voters due to political shifts. Sir, allowing such persons to seek another electoral mandate during the same term amounts to a mockery of democracy and undermines the public trust. Sir, therefore, I urge the government to consider suitable amendments to the Representation of the People Act 1951 and the relevant provisions of the Constitution to provide restrictions in such cases and protect the sanctity of the people's mandate. Thank you, sir.
धन्यवाद. डॉक्टर धर्मशिला गुप्ता.
माननीय उपसभापति महोदय, धन्यवाद. मैं सरकार का ध्यान बिहार की एक अत्यंत गंभीर, संवेदनशील एवं वर्षों से चली आ रही समस्या की ओर आकर्षित करना चाहती हूं. बिहार की भौगोलिक स्थिति ऐसी है कि राज्य का एक बड़ा भाग प्रत्येक वर्ष बाढ़ और नदी कटाव की विभीषिका झेलने के लिए विवश हो जाता है। यह केवल एक प्राकृतिक आपदा नहीं बल्कि करोड़ों लोगों के जीवन, आजीविका, शिक्षा